Monday, and it's time for us to talk technology, and that means Luis Alvarez, the CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, is joining us once again today. Luis, welcome back.
Thank you, sir. How are you today?
Doing okay. So we want to talk about juice jacking. It's something that I don't know that I've ever heard of before, but it makes perfect sense. You know, hackers are always looking at different ways to steal our data. Juice jacking is the latest thing that they've gotten into. And what are we talking about here?
It's been around for a while, but it's becoming more and more prevalent now because of the spread of these free charging stations that you see at airports, at kiosks in stores, and you have them in restaurants now. And that's because we all have these smartphones and tablets that require lots of electricity. We want to keep them powered up. So when we see a free kiosk to power our phones, we think, oh, this is great. But what's happening is that the bad guys recognize that that's an opportunity to really tap into your phone in a way that's difficult to do otherwise, because they can connect into your phone.
How are they actually getting into the juicing station?
So in some cases, they hack the station itself. So for example, at airports, they're able to connect up a small computer into the station itself, because these stations are designed pretty much the same way. So they're able to tap into the existing bus, if you will, the USB plugs. In other cases, we've heard of them actually providing the charging stations free as a service. They'll go into a restaurant and say, hey, you want to advertise our product or service, and we'll do it on this station if you let us put it here, and free service to your customers, unbeknownst to the customers that they're compromising their phones.
And unbeknownst to the restaurant owner as well, who just see this as, oh boy, what a great convenience for my customers.
Exactly.
I was just thinking to myself, if you were a business like a restaurant and you wanted to provide a juicing station, you'd be just better off going out to Best Buy or somebody like that and getting a charging strip with a bunch of USB ports on it.
Yeah, in fact, when I travel, I have a charging strip that has a bunch of USB ports on there specifically so that I can just plug it into the wall rather than using one of those charging stations, knowing that I don't have to worry about anything being stolen from it.
Luis, unknown to me, I go into a restaurant or I'm in an airport and I plug my phone in or my laptop or something to try and charge it with one of these. How long does it take for them to steal my data? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour?
No, not even that long. They probably take everything that they want within a couple of minutes.
Oh boy.
But more importantly, they can implant software onto your phone to let them continue to take what they want over however long you have the phone powered up. Because once they're able to implant malware into the phone, then they can have access to anything in real time, because that phone is connected wirelessly to the internet, and they just tap into it like if they dropped a Trojan onto your PC.
So they might actually not steal anything from my accounts, but rather they could be installing malware on my telephone. And then when I left, my phone is just basically pumping all of its information over the internet to these guys.
Exactly. It's best to avoid those charging stations unless you know that they're safe or there's some guarantee. Some airports are actually putting up signage now on the charging stations saying, guaranteed safe or something like that. But otherwise, if it's a public charging station, I would just stay away from it.
Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, with us today on Power Talk Radio. Online, alvareztg.com. And Luis, the toll-free number for the I-Team.
Give us a call at 866-78-I-Team. That's 866-784-8326.